can sit down with somebody with ADHD and tell them what they need to do. Good luck.
Yes, it's possible to learn a new language with ADHD. No, you don't need to just try harder. Here are my top 5 actual tips for learning a new language with ADHD. 1. People with ADHD can't rely on willpower. We have to build our target language into our environment so that spending time with it becomes the path of least resistance. Here are a couple examples of what I mean. Instead of an alarm, I use a shortcut on my phone that automatically plays target language podcasts at the time I want to wake up. This way, I wake up to the daily news in Spanish every morning, and most of the time I just let it keep playing. Doing that, I start almost every morning with Spanish listening practice without needing to actively do anything. Another way I build my target language into my environment is by setting it up so that every time I open up a new tab on my computer, it goes to Dreaming Spanish. Often, a video will catch my eye and I'll watch it. The goal here is to make your environment work for you. Put language learning materials everywhere. Fill your phone screen with widgets for language learning apps. Leave target language books in your bathroom and on every table and desk. Do whatever you can to make interacting with your target language constant and inevitable. Second, you need to block distractions or make it so the distractions are language learning. What I mean by that is, if you waste a lot of time using Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or TikTok, either use an app like Cold Turkey to block you from using those, or set the apps up so that you can only see content in them that is in your target language. Additionally, whenever possible, you should turn off notifications that will interrupt you. Either go into your settings and just shut off all notifications in general, or use a shortcut or automatic schedule that turns your phone on Do Not Disturb when you open the apps up you use for language learning, or at a certain time each day. Third, people with ADHD need to set lots of incremental goals and use apps that constantly provide rewards. While it's not my favorite app, Duolingo is the king at this. Apps like Duolingo, Closemaster, and Link that constantly show you how great you're doing and give you points will be a lot more engaging and ultimately will help you stay on track.
This is what video games do and what homework does not.
Figure out ways to constantly reward yourself and make your progress visible. For example, you can use a daily habit tracker app so that you'll feel happy clicking that you completed your goal each day. Or you can put a big calendar on your wall and color in each day you spend time immersing. I know it might seem silly, but doing this will give you a mental boost, and that sense of accomplishment will help you in the long run. Fourth, join a community so that you are language learning with others. Knowing that other people are learning, seeing them talk about their progress, and knowing you're all doing it together is a great way to stay motivated. If being in a group of people isn't enough, pair up with one other person who is also trying to learn your target language and hold each other accountable. You could even use digital body doubling so that you're actually immersing in your target language with someone else also getting work done. I know it sounds weird, but if you haven't tried this before, it's a really effective technique. Fifth, you need to let your interests drive you. I think this is important for any language learner, but especially for those with ADHD. If you're trying to force yourself to do things that you don't want to do, language learning will become an unbearable chore and you will give it up. Only do things that you enjoy doing. If you don't like studying grammar or using flashcards, don't. If you don't like watching content made for learners, don't. And if you find yourself getting bored with something that you once liked, drop it and find something else immediately. You can always go back to it later. I think for ADHD language learners, one of the most important activities that you should be doing every day is searching for new interesting content. Find new TV shows you want to watch, find new books to read, find new apps to try out. Constantly search for fun things, and don't be afraid to switch and drop things that you don't like. And if you find something you absolutely love, ride that wave as much as possible. Don't artificially stop yourself. If you want to binge every episode of One Piece in your target language, do it. I know ADHD can make learning a new language challenging, but by making your environment work for you rather than against you, it absolutely is possible. And one of the best ways I've found to do that is by turning my old cell phone into a language immersion machine. If you want to know how I did that, check out this video where I explain every step of the process.
I discovered coffee.
Coffee.
Coffee.